All right, next on the agenda is a public presentation by Mr. Paul Gilbert. I'll recognize Mr. Gilbert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight, my comments are meant to be criticisms, but just things for the council to consider. As a couple of you know, I moderated a candidate forum prior to the primaries for County Council Districts 2 and 4. At that time, I raised the question about the county's 2016 comprehensive plan. An update was way overdue, and completion dates for almost all goals and objectives were designated as ongoing, which meant that there was no accountability. All the candidates supported a plan that night, an update. It could serve as a roadmap for Saluda County to follow. The plan should move forward soon. With it in place, county staff will know what they will be doing tomorrow. Without it, every tomorrow could be a surprise. I'll provide each of you with a copy. Stemming from this process would be a land use plan to be coordinated with the towns, a graphic 20-year vision for Saluda County that preserves its agricultural character, designates area for institutional, industrial, and retail uses, and due to our proximity to Lexington and Columbia, identifies remaining water-oriented residential opportunities, as well as areas for middle to high-income subdivisions and large lot, high-end custom homes. Based on the projected population growth, county facilities, services, and equipment and their costs can be planned and budgeted to meet future needs. The land use plan would be implemented via a county-wide zoning ordinance, which I'm advised does not currently exist. So a zoning ordinance that would utilize traditional and perhaps even new land use classifications versus just the written concepts and notions presented in the 2016 plan is a must. With a land use plan and a zoning ordinance in place, the ensuing proposed developments and building configurations usually conform to subdivision regulations. However, I have been provided two such documents, both dated 1997, which should be consolidated and updated to provide for the built environment in the 21st century. A target industry study should be undertaken or updated so that it identifies those industries whose needs best match Saluda County's location, infrastructure, resources, and workforce. FYI, solar farms are land intensive and any return on investment, if any, is way off into the future. We also know that a significant portion of county residents' disposable income is spent outside the county, which is called retail leakage. So a retail leakage analysis should be undertaken to determine the extent of the leakage and perhaps even identify retail deficits in order to attract new or promote expansion of existing retail and service businesses in the county. Since 2020, the population of Saluda County has increased by about 400 persons, and Palmetto Point has likely accounted for much of that. Based on my conversations with Columbia area home builders, large lot custom homes in our county is a real possibility. So a residential market assessment would quantify these opportunities, and they should be aggressively pursued ASAP. Such projects would generate considerable tax revenues and have little impact on county services. The last potential opportunity that I'll mention tonight is what many outsiders believe to be the county's most recognizable landmark, and that's the traffic circle. The traffic circle is currently a hodgepodge of commercial activity where only small portions of the adjacent parcels are developed, and the poor physical condition of some structures warrant their demolition. Access to and from those properties is uncontrolled and even dangerous. So why not pursue a partnership consisting of the county, the state, and adjacent property owners to designate the circle as a special development area, which might involve unique zoning to promote local and regional commercial development opportunities of the larger parcels. A plan for directed ingress and egress, building and sign design guidelines, tax incentives for demolition and property improvements, and an overall landscaping plan, including the perimeter of the traffic circle itself. I really appreciate the opportunity to bring these issues to the council's attention. If I were to stress just 2 points tonight, first, please make the planning process open and involve as many community stakeholders as possible so that they take ownership of the county's future. And two, it sounds simple and obvious, but requires enormous commitment and energy. You either plan for and aggressively pursue the right kind of growth and think new thoughts, or annual 16% property tax increases will become the norm. Given my more than 4.5 decades of experience in the matters that I've addressed tonight, if I can be of any assistance in facilitating any of these important projects, Ms. Padgett knows how to contact me. Thank you.
Thank you. You certainly give us food for thought. Thank you, sir.